Mr Deputy Speaker. I rise today to urge all Corangamite residents to sign my petition on my website, Labor's Rail Fail, because that's what we are seeing in the Geelong and Corangamite regions. In contrast to the very significant amount of Commonwealth money that we have announced for both the Geelong Rail Duplication Project and also for upgrades on the Warrnambool to Geelong line, which of course is so important for commuters travelling to Melbourne, we've seen a paltry commitment from State Labor and of course no interest in this issue from the member for Corio or in fact any of the Labor MPs in the western part of Melbourne, underpinned, Mr Deputy Speaker, by one of the worst infrastructure projects that we have seen because it was so botched by Labor, and that is the regional rail link. This was meant to be a link that was going to provide fast and efficient services between Geelong and Melbourne, and it's now principally become a service for areas like Wyndham and Tarnish because of the massive amount of growth, and we have slower train services from Geelong to Melbourne than in the 1950s. Slower train services than in the 1950s. $4 billion, most of it Commonwealth money, driven by Labor, State Labor and also the Federal Labor Government when it was in power, has largely been wasted because the project is so botched. And now, of course, we have seen Daniel Andrews make a commitment of $147 million to the Geelong Rail Duplication Project only, and that is just not good enough. We have $150 million on the table. We have announced this money to spend on upgrading Geelong and Corangamite Rail, but we cannot spend it because State Labor has put no money into this project and has decided that it's worthy of an election commitment only. Well, that's not good enough. In 4 years, to have received such a small amount of money from State Labor, $20 million, out of a total of $254 million that we have provided, as I say, is simply not good enough. This is a very important project to deliver more services, more efficient services, faster rail services. We need fast rail. And we have seen the Labor Party focus all of its efforts in metropolitan Melbourne, very little in regional Victoria, Mr Deputy Speaker, and it is an absolute Labor rail fail, and that's why I'm urging all of my constituents to go to my website, sarahhenderson.com.au. Please sign my petition and show Daniel Andrews that this is simply not good enough. Thank you.
I thank the honourable member for their